You miss early on, your team has a chance to come back. You know, Unai Simeone makes a save, somebody misses. It's a different type of pressure that I think Luis Enrique, in agreement with Frank, has to bear some responsibility for.
Dan, I explained last time that we talked about players, and for Mbappe, who wanted to get the sparkle,
right.
and the fist shooter, he goes for the sparkle and not because he's a leader. So maybe Morata decided to be, or maybe Luis Enrique and Morata believed that it was a fairy tale. Right. The football would be a fairy tale. He scored the equalizer. We scored the fifth or the fourth goal, and maybe it will be the winning shootout, and it will be the complete resurrection of Morata. But you have to believe on the reality of the show.
Yeah, this isn't Hollywood.
And that's what it is. And that's not Hollywood. He already came back from far away, you know, missing that penalty early on in the competition. To that equalizer shot, who erased, in fact, everything, I think, for the fans. Mm-hmm. Morata came back to the best for the image, for his image and for the fans. I'm the coach. Morata say, I want to shoot. Okay, thank you very much, but no.
Right.
No, because I think as soon as you will put the ball on the spot, you're going to start thinking, what's going to happen if I miss? What's going to happen if I miss? And it gets like crazy in your head. And Luis Enrique, or maybe if it's not a Luis Enrique, because Luis Enrique is thinking about the five shooters, somebody from the squad, because they are like from the technical staff, they are like 4 or 5, should say, hey, Luis, don't put Morata.
Right.
He's not ready for that. That's crazy. For me, that's
But obviously
crazy.
he felt ready. Obviously he put his hand up.
everybody
and
feels
obviously
ready.
he feels ready. And, but you can understand, can't you?
But the consequences of
no,
that.
but we hear stories of heads down, avoiding eye contact, those sort of things when Arsenal wants it. He wants to take a penalty. He's just scored a goal that puts you into extra time, keeps you in this tournament.
That's the thing. I think, although I agree with some of the stuff that's being said here, there's another element here because he scored the goal in the game. So surely him on the field is somebody who feels confident because he's just scored.
But then none of us felt confident when he stepped up.
No, but the only reason I didn't feel confident is because of the storyline. Yeah. You can picture it. It's going to be Morata who misses and then they go out and stuff like this.
But the storyline, sorry, Nathan, but the storyline is on Morata's head just before shooting.
But it could have been the other way around.
Oh, yes, it could.
And that penalty situation is not something which we expected to happen with, say, Omar missing the first one and so on.
We are 3 former players. When we saw Morata coming, we said, "Oh my God!"
It's just because of the story. You can see it with all the baggage that came before. You could just see it, and that was the problem.
Let me also say, I also think it's very difficult. 2 penalty shootouts in a row, 2 penalty shootouts in the same tournament to triumph in them both. You saw with the Swiss, they beat the French, and then they come up against the Spanish, you're out. And now Spain suffer the same fate. Because, again, you know these 5 takers, and it becomes a battle of wits. It becomes a battle of psychology. That everybody knows where you're going because they saw you in the last round. What do you now do? Do you change where you normally go? Are you comfortable changing? As I said before, a lot of these takers don't normally take penalty kicks for club or country. So it becomes...
Well, we saw it with Switzerland, didn't we, obviously, against France.
Against France, and then they suffer that same fate against Spain. And now the same thing happens to Spain. And that, it becomes a real psychological battle when that happens to you.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.